It would not be hyperbole to say that you, in your career, were the greatest of all time at getting Barry Bonds out.
Yeah, that's something that I take a lot of pride in because I grew up a Pirate fan. So I got to watch him play a lot when I was a kid. And then playing against him in the big leagues was just kind of pretty crazy and surreal. I got to face, Tony Gwynn and Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., all these guys that I grew up watching and had posters on my wall. And now I'm like trying to get them out. So the way I approached him, because he was chasing home run records at the time, was just like, you know what, I respect the guy and respect his career, so I'm just going to go at him and throw him strikes. And that's kind of all I did, was just mixed up my pitches, went at him. And I think he was a little shocked at the time because it was a time where everybody was trying to pitch around him or just trying to nibble on the corner. And then I came in and just started pumping strikes and going right at him.
Yeah, I mean, dude has more intentional walks than some major league franchises over their entire existences.
Absolutely. So it was always just fun, and I felt like I was able to kind of turn it up another notch when he stepped in the box.
Yeah, you faced him 19 times in your career, held him to 1 for 16 lifetime. And amazingly enough, one of the only other people in the world with a similar track record of success against him was your pitching coach at the time, Rick Honeycutt.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he held him in his career to a batting average of 083, and you held him to 063.
Oh, yeah.
So you got Rick by a little bit,
Nice.
but that's not something you guys ever talked about?
No, he never mentioned that to me. Rick was a very humble guy, so he would never say anything about himself or what he did as a pitcher. And that's kind of rare, especially at the big league level. Usually your coaches are telling you how great they were and how they did everything perfectly. And then you look at their baseball card and you're like, that doesn't sound right. I can see these numbers. I
figure that if I had those numbers against, the greatest hitter of all time, I'd be bragging about it to everybody.
Yeah. He never said anything. And he was not like that at all. He was one of the few coaches that I've had that was just he was all about the players and helping the players get better and never talked about himself ever.
I want to put you on the spot. Barry Bonds, Hall of Famer?
I don't know. I mean, his numbers are fantastic. They speak for themselves. I know all the other stuff that goes on with it. I think it's just a case where he was just not nice to the media and not nice to people. And I think that came back to kind of bite him in the butt. But, I mean, with his numbers, they're ridiculous. So it's one of those things where if you keep one out, you got to keep everyone out. And I'm not so sure they've done that. I think there are some guys that have gotten in that have used some performance enhancing drugs. So, at this point, he's the greatest. I feel like he's the greatest player that's ever played the game. And the only reason I say that is because I've done so well against him. So